you hold a refrigerant trading authorisation, known as an RTA, you may be contacted by the Australian Refrigeration Council, or the ARC, for a permit condition check. This is a normal part of the conditions around holding an RTA. It's also a great opportunity to talk with an ARC field officer to make sure you are doing your part to reduce harmful refrigerant gas emissions. A permit condition check ensures you are managing your records and equipment in the most efficient and accurate way. Having this conversation with an ARC field officer will help identify areas that may need greater action. This will allow you to get on with your business confident that your RTA conditions are being met. So let's get started. To make sure you are meeting the conditions of your RTA, the ARC will contact you to arrange a time to conduct a permit condition check. During the condition check, you will be asked to either show or provide proof of the following. Equipment, including equipment maintenance records, cylinder records, refrigerant records, a refrigerant risk management plan, a list of staff who currently hold a refrigerant handling licence, demonstrate the supervision of trainee refrigerant handling licence holders, and some examples of your RTA number displayed on relevant advertising and stationery. Now, let's have a closer look at each of these requirements as they relate to your workplace. These simple checks and records will ensure your equipment is working effectively and will reduce the chance of refrigerant emissions. It is also good business practice and may help you to save money. Equipment. Every quarter, you're required to inspect, maintain and keep records of your leak detector, vacuum pumps, and refrigerant recovery units. Refrigerant gas cylinders. It is important to ensure your refrigerant gas cylinders are working correctly. To assist with this, you will be required to show a list of all refrigerant containers, quarterly records, refrigerant records. You are required to keep accurate records of your refrigerant, including the amounts purchased, sold, recovered, and otherwise disposed of. Bulk amounts only. Bulk refrigerant, as defined in the ozone legislation, means refrigerant other than halon, but does not include refrigerant contained in refrigeration and air conditioning equipment. Include records showing date of purchase, sale or recovery and disposal, name of business you purchased refrigerant from or returned refrigerant to, the RTA number of the business you sold refrigerant to, and refrigerant type and quantity purchased, sold or returned. A risk management plan. Your refrigerant risk management plan is a good way to understand what the risks are, the steps to avoid them, and will identify who is responsible for ensuring the risks are appropriately managed, checked, reported and reviewed. If you're a new RTA holder, it is likely that the field officer will spend part of the permit check talking through your refrigerant risk management plan. This is necessary to identify gaps in your plan, which could result in emissions of refrigerant. Every business is different, and ARC field officers will take time to understand how you manage your risks. They will then work with you to identify practical actions from the industry codes of practice that apply to your business. The expectation is that having a written plan will help your staff to apply the steps they must take to avoid them and identify who is responsible for ensuring the risks are appropriately managed, checked, reported and reviewed. For more experienced RTA holders, the meeting with field officers is an opportunity to discuss how well the plan is actually helping to reduce emission risks and suggest updates that will keep your plan up to date with changes to refrigeration management practices. List of refrigerant handling licensed staff. All staff handling refrigerant in the workplace must hold a current and appropriate refrigerant handling licence. This ensures only qualified people perform refrigeration and air conditioning services with fluorocarbon refrigerants. You are required to keep a list of staff at your organisation who hold a current refrigerant handling licence. This list must include their names and licence numbers. RTA number on advertising and stationery. You must display your RTA number on any advertising that promotes your refrigeration and air conditioning services. This includes stationery such as invoices, receipts or quotes for work carried out under the RTA. This helps communicate to customers that you hold an RTA and therefore are legally able to perform these services. It also demonstrates your professionalism as a business operator. Well, there you have it. The ARC Permit Condition Check is designed to help you better understand your obligations as a permit holder. If you are uncertain about what is required, the Permit Condition Check is a great opportunity to ask the ARC Field Officer any questions you might have. The ARC is here to help you ensure your refrigerant is managed correctly and the risk of emitting refrigerant into the atmosphere is minimised. And remember, the ARC has a dedicated customer service team to help businesses with any questions they might have. So don't hesitate to give us a call on 1300 88 4483 or visit the ARC website at www.arctic.org.